Hello there, Vic Benedict here. We're playing Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition on Dante Must Die difficulty, and this is my SSS guide and walkthrough. We're currently on Mission 05, Trisagion. Trisagion, according to what I found, was a hymn, especially in the Orthodox Church, with a triple invocation of God as holy. So the stylish points on this mission, 7,750 with a clear time of 21:30, and of course you need to obtain 95% or more of the orbs. But as we've been discussing on several of the videos, I will be finding all 100% so that you can not have any missed on your campaign. So the first enemy we have over here is called a Mephisto, and with that long-winded introduction, we don't have them on the screen anymore, but the thing that you want to do with those guys is either the charge shot level 3 and or snatches. I think it's 5 snatches will knock it down. But if you do the snatch, you're going to put enemies on screen because it has that lock on and it pans the camera out a little bit. So do be careful. We'll fight more of them in a moment. In the graveyard, make sure you smash everything. Can't find my fucking goddamn water. Like every time I'm trying to find something, I'm trying to get a goddamn drink of fucking water, I can't do it. You know, it's just ridiculous and it upsets me. Okay, so you need to smash everything, and then there's an orb up here that to get, the best thing I found to do was a double jump, a caliber, and then a snatch. But if you want to, you can use No, that's the best. I was trying to find another strategy for you, but I think that's a good one. When you get into this room, you're going to be assaulted by some more of these Bianco Angelos. This is an optional fight, but this chapter has a kind of a difficult, if you aren't the stylish points, that is what I'm struggling to say in my idiocy, in my never-ending fucking idiocy. I'm trying to tell you that the stylish points, if you're not doing too well on these fights, you may have a problem obtaining the stylish points. But if you're doing everything, if everything's above board for what you're doing, and if you are not taking damage, especially you're building your rank, you're going to be all good. What I haven't really had the time to talk about on these missions is camera manipulation in this game. When you're fighting enemies in this game, and I know this is going to sound strange, but you don't want to be seeing them on the screen, if you take my meaning. Or if you are fighting one, you just want about one of them on the screen at a given time. And that's called camera manipulation. Enemies pacify to a certain extent when you put them off of the camera, and they will not attack. However, if they're attacking, we're right over the torture chamber, by the way. If they're going to attack and you put them off of the screen, their attack will continue. So you can't cancel their attack out like that. So at the bottom of this well over here, you've got 2 Mephistos, and then for the first time you're going to be dealing with a Faust. And this Faust, you never want to see him because he is just a pure bitch bastard with so many tricks to deal with and so many projectiles and claw attacks that are so fast that you don't want any part of them. Trust me, you just don't want any part of them. And fortunately, this is an area that we can move the camera around and put him off the screen. So he will float down here after you take care of these 2 Mephistos. So when here he is right here, and you're probably you're barely gonna see him. You'll catch glimpses of him from the side, but not even, this guy is so powerful that not even one charge shot level 3 will put him down. You have to do multiple of them. And for some reason I thought that his true form was in there. See his claw attack, how fast it was and how far reaching it was? It's absolutely incredible. But the Faust is about probably 2.5 times stronger than the Mephistos, and as you know, as with any enemy like this, you want to stay away from using, you know how I was recommending snatches for the Mephistos? I really wouldn't recommend it on this guy because it probably takes about 10 snatches to reveal his true form and then to have it drop. But what you're mainly looking to do there is keep him off the screen and continually use charge shot level 3s and listen for that little sound of the true form dropping out of the cloak. It's a very distinctive sound. It's like a little plunking sound, and that is when it's safe to go over to him. That time and no time else. And I imagine that you probably can kill it in one session, but you have to be pretty sharp to do that. And I'm usually not that sharp, but anyway. When you go up these jumping pads, there's going to be one red orb that's kind of beneath one of these ones over here. It's right, this one, see this one? Make sure you don't forget that one. You don't need to hit that big crystal. I think I may have told you about that, but yeah, you don't have to hit those. Now this fight over here is going to have a frost with 2 to 3 Mephistos at any given time. Once you kill, I think it's all but one or perhaps all of the Mephistos, you'll have a second frost. So how you want to deal with this room is that you want to run back and forth and let the frost teleport over to you. He won't let you grab him, so what you want to do is, well, I mean, there are times where you can grab him and sometimes where you can't, but it seems like when he's teleporting over to you, he's just not going to let you grab him. So if you activate Devil Trigger, you'll launch him and then you'll be able to grab him, which is what I did there. However, he was almost out of life, so he was out of life, so he was finished up. And that's basically, this is a very strange game to learn how to play. It's one of those games that it is extremely difficult to get good at it, but once you do get good at it, it becomes very easy. But you have to play by the rules of this game, and if you don't, you're just setting yourself up for a lot of extra hard time. But I imagine that at some point I will, once I get this game out of my system. I love that. That's my favorite taunt, by the way. And you might be wondering, I've got SSS for my rank. How do I have that? I'm not doing much. I mean, that was ridiculous. That was ridiculous. Getting hit by one of the spikes up there. How was I getting such good style? I'm telling you, if you use the exceed moves with the charge shot level 3 and occasionally taunt, you're golden in this game. But what I don't like about the floating creatures in this game, the Mephistos and the Faust, is that if you knock them out of their cloak when they're nearby geometry, they will fall through the geometry and reassemble, and you don't get to attack them. So you have to start over. It's really ridiculous. But when you come out here, you want to take a look at your stylish points. Remember, it was 7750, I think it was. So we are a little shy of that, so we do need to do this fight. If you have enough stylish points, you don't have to do this fight. However, because you're running through this area, you're going to have to you're going to be held accountable for every red orb in this vicinity, including the one behind the mirror that you can break. Okay, so it's a little stressful to be hitting everything while these while these frosts are chasing you. So even if you have the stylish points, you might just want to kill them anyway. And I swear, before too long, this game will not be a case of you're trying to survive all the time and you try to hold back from using items. It just won't become that game anymore. It'll become a game where thinking about using items and possibly dying only happens on very rare occasions. So I think we're finished. We're finished up with those frosts, but we have a lot of stuff to hit and break in this area. And I like the breaking of stuff in this game, and I like how your score adds up. It's very simple. It's a very simple thing that you can count on, and I just don't like how they changed it in the 5th game. Now, the argument for that is, well, you have to, like you said, play by the game's rules, and yeah, I will play it eventually. I just don't feel like doing it right now. The 5th game did get my blood pumping to play something like this, so I decided to play what I think is the better game. I mean, I've said before that this game is, to me, it's just the perfect game. I love this game. And one of the reasons too that I chose to redux it is the extreme editing issue. I wanted to make sure that I had no cutscenes or anything like that. And also, I was looking at my old walkthrough, and for some reason, I did a live commentary video for one of Dante's missions, and I don't know why I did that. That's, that is completely ridiculous. I should not have done that. I know folks enjoy it, but that was not the whole format of the guide, and why I would just randomly do that is unlike me, and I can't have stuff like that. So I'd rather just start them over, and yeah, that means, oh, don't forget these ones. Remember these ones? Don't forget these. And then that is the last thing, orbs you have to collect, and just head downstairs. And then we have chapter 6, which is, it's just not good. I mean, it's strange, very strange. And I will see you over there presently. I hope this mission didn't give you too many problems. The next one does tend to give people a lot of problems, and I will be there to help you. For Big Benedict Productions, please take care.